What if I tell you that Satan and Cupid are very similar? What if I tell y'all that Satan is Cupid? Right? You'll say, oh, he's stupid. Nah, he's crazy. What if I could show y'all, rather than tell y'all, through the scriptures, how they both are similar in so many various ways? What if I tell you that the arrows that Cupid had is not shooting at a heart, but at you? What if I show you in the scripture that Satan is Cupid? First of all, why would we think this in the first place? Walk with me here. Satan, what do he do? Cupid, what do he do? Target your faith through your substances / possessions, also the things you love. Cupid is an ancient Roman god of love. One of the things that God used to punish the children of Israel for was serving other gods. Alright? Also known as the counterpart of Greek gods Eros, and equivalent to Amoros in Latin poetry, a son of Mercury, the winged messenger of gods, and Venus, the goddess of love. From where you get Valentine's Day. It originated as a Christian feast day, honoring one or two early Christian martyrs named Saint Valentine. Also, Saint Valentine was a Roman in the 3rd century who died at the age of 42 years old. Now, God warned us about learning the ways of the heathen and following these customs. To do so is to be an adversary unto God, which we know that Satan is an adversary unto God. Making these two very much alike. But enough of the talking. Let's get into this class. I'm Asah, the minstrel singer, and this is the house of the iron furnace. This is the book of Job, chapter 1 and verse 8. And the Lord said unto Satan, hast thou considered my servant Job? Now the key to this is that the Lord said something to Satan. He said, have you considered? Have you considered my servant Job? What is there to consider about Job? Why would Satan, who is an adversary of God, who is the wicked, who is the devil, be considering someone that's righteous, that God said was perfect and an upright man? Why? Because when God says, Satan, you consider my servant who is this righteous man, that means make him a target. Job has just been made a target for Satan, who is God's arrow. Huh? But why? You would ask why. Let's get Job chapter 1 and verse 3. We'll get Job chapter 1 and verse 3. It reads, his substance also was 7,000 sheep and 3,000 camels and 500 yokes of oxen and 500 she-asses and a very great household, so that this man was the greatest of all the men of the east. That's why. When you have substances, that's why they say with more money comes more problems. Right? When you have great substances, be prepared. The good man of the household, he must watch at this time, because guess what? Satan is coming. That arrow is on its way. And it's coming. Before it hits you, it got to go through everything else, like your possessions, the things you love. All of these things before it hits its target. The target is for Satan, your faith. But we talking about the earthly Satan, if we speaking from an earthly standpoint, these earthly messengers, devils, they are targeting you for your substances because you have things that they don't have, and they want to ruin that and create chaos in your life. This is a good reason to consider Job, because he had abundance. Let's get Lamentation chapter 3 and verse 12. Lamentation chapter 3 and verse 12. It reads, He have bent his bow and set me as a mark for the arrow. He have caused the arrows of his quiver to enter into my reins. See? His thoughts, his mind, his brain, which is known as the heart. The same thing that Cupid aims at. Your mind. If I can get control of your mind, I can get control of your body. See? If what's on your mind all the time is riches, Satan got you already. Once that arrow is released, you're done for. You have been made a target. Let's get Job chapter 7 and verse 20. Oh yeah. Job chapter 7 and verse 20. It reads, I have sinned. What shall I do unto you, O thou preserver of men? Why hast thou set me as a mark against thee, so that I am a burden to myself? He said, why have you set me as a target? All right, let's get Job 16 and verse 12. It reads, I was at ease, but he have broken me asunder. See, Job was chilling. He telling you he was just chilling, man. Right? Job was the richest man in the East. All right, let's accumulate. Let's go back and just see some of how much all Job's assets was worth. All right, it tells us Job chapter 1 and verse 3 that he had what? 7,000 sheep. We found out in today's currency that you can get a sheep between $300 and $400. At the tops, let's just say 400, because we don't want our sheep to blemish. But any of our things that we offer unto the Lord with any blemishes. So we're going to take it that he had top of the line livestock. 3,000 camels. We did our math. We see that one camel could run you about 17,000 a day. All right, let's see. 500 yoke of oxen. We did our math and we see you can spend up to $5,200 for an ox. And 500 she asses. And we did our math and we see that you can pay $3,000 for a donkey. All right, according to this scripture, he had 7,000 sheep, equivalent to 2.8 million. He had 3,000 camels, that's equivalent to 51 million. Then he had 500 oxes, which is equivalent to 2.6 million. And then he had 500 she asses, which is equivalent to 1.5 million, giving us a rough estimate between $55 and $60 million Job would be worth today, according to Forbes magazines. All right, it didn't say he was the richest man in the world, but it did say he was the richest man in the East. Those was a lot of riches. But even those riches could not deliver him in the day of his calamity. It's going to be, at the end, his faith what delivers Job. But I'm going to show you how he was made this target. In case y'all don't know what a target is, let's get 1 Samuel chapter 20 and verse 20. 1 Samuel chapter 20, verse 20. It reads, And I will shoot 3 arrows on the side thereof, as though I shot at a mark. All right, meaning as he shot as a target. Okay, a mark is a target. The same thing with Job was made. The same thing that Jeremiah was made when we read Lamentation chapter 3 and verse 12. All right, let's get Psalms chapter 64 and verse 7. Psalms chapter 64 and verse 7. 64 and 7, it reads, But God shall shoot at them with an arrow. Suddenly shall they be wounded. When he said to Satan, Have you considered my servant Job? He's bending the bow. The devil, the wicked, is that arrow that he's aimed at Job. What is he aimed at? We showed you his reign, which we know that is his brain. Okay, which is his what? Heart. He's coming to destroy your heart. Even imagine Cupid shooting an arrow, and the arrow is going into what? A heart. Don't this kind of sound alike here? Don't this kind of put Satan and Cupid? Could they be the same person? Think about it. Let's get Job 1 and 8 again. Let's go back. We're going to get Job chapter 1 and verse 8. Job chapter 1 and verse 8. It reads, And the Lord said unto Satan, Hast thou considered my servant Job? Why would Satan be considering him? Because let me tell you something. Think about it. When most people are in need because they've been disobeying God, now they need a loan. Who they got to go to get the loan? He shall not lend to thee, but you shall lend to him. He shall lend to you. These are the curses. Meaning what? If you're disobeying and not hearkening to the voice of the Lord thy God, you will not be receiving the blessings, but you will be receiving the curses, which means you are Satan. Satan is in you because you're being disobedient to God's word, meaning you're an adversary unto God, meaning you will fall under these curses. Right? So the curses where it say that someone will lend to you and you not to them. All right, this is talking about the righteous. So Satan, guess what? He's saying, listen, you broke to a lot of these people that got the devil in them. All right, because they ain't hearkening to the voice of the Lord like God. He's saying, listen, you broke. Hey, have you thought about going over there to your brother and asking him for some money? Because I ain't giving you nothing. He ain't gonna get it from me. All right, you ain't finna. You say you ain't finna get a blessing from me. Out here disobeying me and breaking all my laws, statutes, and commandments and teaching my children to do so. You ain't getting a blessing from me. Have you considered my servant Job? You wanna make an offering to me? Guess what? You want some fringes? All right, go to my brother over there. He got all the wool that you can buy. He got sheep. He got oxen. You want to give an offering? You want to give a burnt offering? You got to go to him. You got to go to him for that. Some of you brothers, I need to borrow $10. I need to borrow $20 all the time. Y'all don't even know how to say, hey, how you doing no more. It's just when you see somebody and they try to live right, you just automatically assume, well, he got it because he living his life right. So I want to take that. You want to take that blessing which God has given him. And now you want it for yourself. And if he say, no, I'm not giving it to you, you're gonna be mad and you want to kill him. You're going to want to betray him and slay him like Judas. Y'all got Satan in you, man. You got a devil in you. And I'm showing you, when you in need, you know in your mind you can't go to God because you know he ain't gonna hear you. So guess what you gotta do? You gotta go to the righteous, Just like Eliphaz had to do at the end of the book of Job. They had to go to Job for him to make the offering for them because God wasn't going to accept it at their hands. So he told Satan, he said, listen, have you considered my servant Job? Why would I consider him? Because he has the substances. I have blessed him. But at the same time, he just made Job a target. When brothers get broke, they'll spend their money riotously. Strip clubs want to make it rain. Out here doing whatever, want to do music videos and, spend money on prostitutes like Samson did. Now you in need and you want it. Now you want to go to a brother that taking care of his responsibilities and making sure his bills get paid on time and doing what he's supposed to be doing with his income. Investing his money. Right? Not making his money, but making his money work for him and not him for the money. You want to go and take it. You feel as though it's yours and you're entitled to that. You should have got the blessing. When you know you haven't been doing or hearkening to the voice of the Lord thy God. So now you coming to destroy this brother's pockets. You coming to destroy. Yeah, just as Satan did. He came to destroy Job's pocket, and he did it. But did that hurt Job's faith? See, we're going to get to that. But let's show you how you brothers not all of you brothers, not the ones that's doing this word and hearkening to the voice of the Lord, but you ones that running around here deceiving and being deceived, you deceivers. I'm speaking unto you. Yeah, you discovered now. Oh yeah. Okay, we see you came. You sent to destroy. You the wicked. Oh yeah. His substance also was 7,000 sheep. Why not consider him? You need clothes. Consider Job. Now you know that Job he had a textile mill, something that we don't have today. You need clothes, you keep warm, guess what? Go to Job. I'm going to show you. Let's get Job chapter 29, verse 2. It says, oh, that I were as in the months past, as in the days when God preserved me. All right, we're going to read it down to 6. When his candle shined upon my head, and when by his light I walked through darkness. As I was in the days of my youth, when the secret of God was upon my tabernacle, when the Almighty was yet with me, when my children were about me, when I washed my steps with butter. He was smooth, man. That's what he's saying. I was smooth before the devil came. When the devil leave, you ain't gonna have nothing. The devil leave you with nothing, man. Y'all better beware. And the rock poured me out rivers of oil. All right, let's get Job chapter 31 and verse 16. It reads, if I have withheld the poor from their desire, or have caused the eyes of the widow to veil. So he was saying, listen, I deserve a punishment if I did this. All right, let's drop down to verse 20. If his loins have not blessed me, and if he were not warm with the fleece of my sheep. See that? Job had a textile mill, man. He had a business, he had an enterprise. If Job was here today, he would have been like Walmart or Target. Y'all had to go to him to get your clothes, man. That's what type of position Job was in, man. They tell you he was the greatest man in the East. This man was worth between $55 and $60 million today currency, man. Why wouldn't the devil consider him, man? When you're doing everything right, guess what? You get a call. Somebody calling you. Hey, man, I need to borrow something. Hey, man, can I hold 50? Can I hold 100? They're going to wicked. Hey, there they go. Considering you. Let's get Luke chapter 15 and verse 11. I'm finna show you. We're going to get Luke chapter 15 and verse 11. And he said, a certain man had 2 sons. And the younger of them said to his father, Father, Give me the portion of goods that fall to me. And he divided unto them his living. And not many days after, the younger son gathered all together and took his journey into a far country, and there wasted his substance with riotously living. See, this man was spending his money on unnecessary things. He wasn't handling his business, man. Right? He just spending it riotously like a lot of you are. All in the club, you want to make it rain, impress this woman, impress this female. That's a lot of y'all, man. Then you're broke. Then you want to cry back to the father. And the father like, we ain't even gonna go. Let's read on. Let's read on. All right, we're gonna read that again. Let's read that again. Matter of fact. And the younger of them said unto his father, Father, give me the portion of goods that falleth to me. And he divided unto them his living. And not many days after, the younger son gathered all together and took his journey into a far country. Guess what God said unto Satan when he came unto Satan? Whence comest thou? What did Satan say? He said, from coming to and fro through the earth, up and down in it. He said he was all over, traveling, living luxuriously. You know, vacationing, taking road trips. That's what Satan do, man. Just living it up. He could go wherever he want to go until the money stop flowing in. That's what's about to happen. The money is about to stop coming in. All right? Watch this. And when he had spent all, there arose a mighty famine in that land, and he began to be in want. So what you think gonna happen when that wicked man begin to be in want, man? He finna want like an old man. Huh? He finna want like an old man. Guess what he thinking about? He sitting back thinking, who can I get $30 from? Better hit that. Put that finger on the head. You know what? Bug go off. He don't think job. He don't think I can go with these 2 hands I got in these 2 feet, go get me a job. He start thinking about stealing. He start thinking about robbing. He start thinking about killing. See? That's what Satan does, man. He didn't think I can just go work for the brother. I can just go get me a job, make ends meet. Nah. Satan, his thoughts are evil. The devil that's in it causing to do some things that he gonna regret. He start thinking about killing and stealing. Watch what the devil does. We're gonna get Job chapter 1, and we're gonna start right here at verse 13. And there was a day when his sons and his daughters were eating and drinking wine in their eldest brother's house. And there came a messenger to Job and said, the oxen were plowing and the asses feeding beside them, because they don't supposed to be side by side. See, donkeys are protectors of the livestock, the cattle. So they usually always spread apart. They chase the wolves and, intruders and such things of that matter. But this time they was actually feeding with the oxen. Watch this. And the Sabians fell upon them and took them away. They stole Job's oxen, which we just showed y'all that it was one ox accumulated to $5,200 just for one. Now notice that Job had 500 of them, which that was the biggest asset that Job had, because that came to the number $51 million. That's what made him 51 million strong. Just like Kanye was saying, listen, his biggest portion of his deal came from his shoe contract, which that what made him a billionaire. But they took that from him. Satan did. But he want to make him think that God was doing. That's what Satan's job is. He want to make Job think that it's God that's doing it, but really it's the devil. It's Satan that's doing it. Right? Left him with I don't know, I forgot, he said somewhere around $250 million, and left him, he didn't leave him broke. He left him around a little 250, something to get around on, But his biggest asset was his oxen. So the first thing that was stolen, and it was stolen away by the Sabians, it said the Sabians fell upon them and took them away. Yeah, they have slain the servants with the edge of the sword, and I only escaped alone to tell thee. Even the guards, they killed them, man. Then they took the ox. All right, watch this. Let's get First Chronicles chapter 7. All right, let me show you. This is something that was known back in the ancient world, where people would steal oxen. All right, it wasn't nothing new. This was something that always just usually happened back in the ancient world. We're gonna get First Chronicles chapter 7 right quick. I believe that's what I want. And this gonna be dealing with Ephraim's son. All right, who thought they could just do this thing too, like the Sabians did. All right, watch this. This says this is the book of First Chronicles, chapter 7 and verse 20. And the sons of Ephraim, Shuthelah, and Bered his son, and Tahath his son, and Eldah his son, and Tahath his son, and Zabad his son, and Shuthelah his son, and Ezer, and Elad, whom the men of Gath that were born in that land slew, because they came down to take away their cattle. They weren't having that. Them Hamites weren't having that. See, a lot of y'all out here, right, think you can just go out just because it's the heathen and just do to the heathen any kind of way just because you get a pay. The Lord ain't gave nobody license to go out here and steal, man. All right, and they paid for it. Ephraim's sons are going to pay for that decision they made because they weren't hearkening to the scripture when it said it didn't have no nation on it when it said in Proverbs chapter 1 and verse 10. Let's read that right quick. Let's read that. Proverbs chapter 1 and verse 10. So I get a lot of brothers talking this Esau and, Ishmael and, all this. And they think that they could just go and just do what they want to do. No. Still, we got to keep these laws even and practice them towards the other nations. All right, watch this. It says, Proverbs chapter 1 and verse 10. My son, if sinners entice thee, consent thou not. If they say, come with us, let us lay wait for blood. Let us lurk privately for the innocent without cause. Let us swallow them up alive as the grave and whole as those that go down into the pit. We shall find all precious substance. We shall fill our houses with spoil. Cast in thy lots among us. Let us all have one purse, my son. That's what Ephraim's supposed to have been saying, man. Like a lot of you brothers. Oh, man, that's Esau, man. Go out and just kill him, man. Man, why are you people are leading these people to the slaughter? My son, walk not thou in the way with them. Refrain thy foot from their path, for their feet run to evil and make haste to shed blood. But because he didn't tell his sons that, watch this. They slew them. Because they came down to take away their cattle. And Ephraim, their father, mourned many days, and his brethren came to comfort him. See, Judah and Issachar and Levi and all of them had to come and comfort him after this, man. Because he done got hit. They done got hit with those arrows, man. Gath was an arrow. The wicked is the arrow, man. Let's get Psalms 11 and verse 2. Psalms 11 and verse 2. We're going to get the book of Psalms, chapter 11 and verse 2. We'll get there. It reads, for lo, the wicked bend their bow. They make ready their arrow upon the stream, that they may privately shoot at the upright in heart. See that? Man, God couldn't wait to kill them boys, man. How you gonna steal a cow, man? How you steal a cow? You think nobody gonna hear that? Oh, you can just do that because, you got God with you. No. You gonna keep these laws, man. You gonna keep this word, man. All right? If not, you gonna pay for it. And your father's gonna mourn, man. And mother's gonna mourn. Right? This is the truth. I gotta tell you the truth, Israel. Because this is what's gonna set you free from the wickedness, from breaking the laws. Right? Let's get Job 1 and 7. Job 1 and 7. All right. See, the heart is destroyed, man. That thing is wicked, man. Who can know it? Like it says in Jeremiah, who can know that heart, man? When that heart is wicked like that. Let's get Job 1:7. It reads, and the Lord said unto Satan, whence comest thou? This Satan answered the Lord and said, from going to and fro in the earth, and from walking up and down. And see that? He was just doing whatever he wanted. Satan just think he can do whatever he want, man. Y'all can't do whatever you want. If you thinking like that, that's Satan. And brothers that's out here teaching, these brothers that they could go out and just do what they want to do, like Satan do, they gonna be called the least in the kingdom, man. You can't do that, man. One jot and one tittle, man. All right, we supposed to be keeping these laws, statutes, and commandments. All right, and not teaching men that they don't have to, man. Having respect to persons. All right, because God don't have no respect to persons, man. All right, let's get Psalms 37 and 32. Psalms 37 and 32. It reads, the wicked watcheth the righteous and seeketh to slay him, man. See that? So you best believe when they broke and they without and they start to be in want, they watching you, man. All right? Time coming, man. All right? Y'all better put your hedges up, man. Because when that famine hit, man, and they come, they gonna be coming for you, man. They seeing all these blessings you get and how the Lord been dealing with you because you been hearkening into the voice. You best believe they plotting already, man. They want to come. I know who I can go get. They ain't thinking about the enemy. They focused on you, Israel. The same ones that you go in company with, man. The same one that the devil is gonna take the control of their heart, their mind. The spirit gonna go in and possess their temple, and they gonna aim at you like Cupid. They gonna aim at you like Satan. Okay, I'm telling you the truth, man. All right, so this Satan think he can just do whatever he want to do. Let's get Psalms 36 and verse 12. We're going to get Psalms chapter 36 and verse 12. It reads, there are the workers of iniquity fallen. They are cast down and shall not be able to rise. They're not going to be able to get up, man. All right, they're going to be cast down. They're not going to be able to get up. All right, once they fall, they're going to be looking for you to get up off of, to feed off you as prey. You become prey, man. All right, they're going to be looking at you and those blessings you have, just like Satan was considering. He said, have you considered my servant Job? See, have you had time to think, to sit back? You know what? Just like them brothers get broke. Oh, I need some money to borrow. What can I hit up? You know what? I'm gonna hit up a side. Hey man, how you doing? There we go. That deceit. Yeah, I'm doing all right, Shalom. I was wondering, could you do me a little favor? Every time they talk, what you need, man? I need some cash. That's Satan, man. That's Satan. All right? It's him coming to drain you dry. All right? Because he done went out here and lived riotously. Right? Like the prodigal son. All right? He haven't obeyed the law, statutes, and commandments. Let's get Leviticus chapter 19 and verse 35. All right? We can't be living spending our spurging out here, living outside our means, Israel. We can't be doing that. All right, let's get Leviticus chapter 19 and let's get 35. We're going to start at 35. You shall do no unrighteousness in judgment, in meat yard, in weight, or in measure. Just balances, just weight, a just ephah, and a just hin shall ye have. I am the Lord your God, which brought you out of the land of Egypt. Therefore shall you observe all my statutes and all my judgments and do them. I am the Lord. So he's saying, listen, just balance is just weight, a just eat for just sin shall ye have. All right. All these things right here is a delight in him. The Lord like a just. Everything balanced. Meaning what? Sufficient, enough, content. Right? Meaning what? You're not trying to out here be rich. You ain't trying to be poor either. But just enough. Right? Let's get Deuteronomy 28 and 44. Let's get Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 44. I'm going to make sure I touch on all these topics here. Try to lay down this foundation first, and then we're going to build on it. Book of Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 44 reads, He shall lend to thee, and thou shalt not lend to him. He shall be the head, and thou shalt be the tail. You see that? You see that? Now you find yourselves having to go to the pawn shop. Now you lending to them. All right? Now you lending. It's supposed to be the other way around. All right? Satan, who's somebody we know, Satan don't do nothing God say. He do the opposite of everything God say. He say, don't eat pork. What do Satan do? He eat pork. He say, keep the Sabbath day. What do Satan do? Not keep the Sabbath day. All right. He say, wear your fringes. What Satan do? He don't wear his fringes. All right. All these things we know. This is what Satan do. He contrary unto the word. All right. All right. So so you know he was broke. All right. He's not rich. All right. So you know he's broke. All right. All his messengers are broke. Like I'm telling you. All right. These arrows, these are swords sent against you, man. All right. I'm going to show you how Job was targeted. He was surrounded by nothing but arrows was coming at him, man. Look at this. Look at Job. Job is surrounded by nothing but his enemies. You got the Chaldeans. You got the Sabians who came in, took his oxen. All right. You got the Ishmaelites here, the habitat of the Ishmaelites over here dwelling in the wilderness here, in this desert place. You got Edom over here to the left of them. All right. Who Eliphaz is from. Moab. You got Ammon up here to the top. You got Aram. You got Booz. All right. All of these people are surrounding Job. Job is right here in the middle. He's like a target. These are literally, you see the arrows literally pointing which way they are directed. Where are they coming? Where are they going to? All right. Let's get the book of Job right quick. All right. I'm telling you. All right. Let's get the book of Job, and we're going to get, watch this, 2, and let's start, watch this right here, verse 12, I mean 11. Now, when Job's 3 friends heard of all this evil that was come upon him, watch this, they couldn't resist. They came everyone from his own place, Eliphaz the Timnite, and Bildad the Shuhite, and Zophar the Naamathite. For they had made an appointment together to come to mourn with him and to comfort him. And when they lifted up their eyes afar off and knew him not, they lifted up their voice and wept. And they rent everyone his mantle and sprinkled dust upon their heads toward heaven. So they sat down with him upon the ground 7 days and 7 nights, and none spoke a word unto him. For they saw that his grief was very great. They couldn't miss that. They couldn't miss it. They're like, we gotta be there. We can't miss this. Right? They never seen him in this state before, man. They couldn't even recognize his face, what it said. All right? It says, watch this. And I'm going to start right. This is Sirach. Chapter 12. And 12 and 17. It reads, if adversity come upon you, thou shalt find him there first. Let's start at verse 16. It says, an enemy speaketh sweetly with his lips, but in his heart he imagineth how to throw thee into a pit. He will weep with his eyes, but if he find opportunity, he will not be satisfied with blood. If adversity come upon you, thou shalt find him there first. And though he pretend to help you, yet shall he undermine thee. He will shake his head and clap his hands and whisper much and change his countenance. All right. So his friends came. This is what they was doing. Right? They was the first ones there when they heard the evil. That's all people is too. When there's something bad going on, they running. Everybody in that. Right? Good things going on, they ain't interested in that, man. They bloodthirsty. A lot of our people bloodthirsty, man. All right, let's get Job 2 and 4 now. It reads, and Satan answered the Lord and said, skin for skin? Yea, all that a man had he would give for his life. See that, man? He want everything. Right? He want everything now, man. He want everything in the same, man. Satan don't want to leave nothing. He coming to get everything, man. All right? Till he break you, man. All right? He even want to touch your health. He want to stress you out. If Satan can stress you out, they say misery love company. And some of you out there just want to make people miserable. You want to see them miserable. You hoping that they miserable. You call just to see if they miserable. All right? And then when they hear that they're not miserable and they doing fine, you hang up the phone. Okay, I'll talk to you later. You know, you're not satisfied. You only satisfied. Blood is not even going to satisfy you. All right? You want to destroy somebody. All right? You that little messenger of Satan, man. That little thorn in the side to buffet a man. What Paul was talking about. You that little thorn in the side. All right? But it's hard to kick against the pricks. All right? It's very hard. Let's go back to Luke chapter 15 and verse 11. All right. Let's start. Matter of fact, let's start right here at 15. I think that's what it was. And he went and joined. He began to be in one. Okay, 15. And he went and joined himself to a citizen of that country and sent him into his fields to feed swine. Look it up. A job that, you know, Israelites don't even take. But he was so broke, man. Right? He had to go and join himself to this citizen in this country. Watch this. And he would fain have filled his belly with the husk that the swine did eat, him with pigs eat. And no man gave unto him. Because nobody wouldn't give him nothing. Alright? Cause first of all, they're looking at him like he's a sinner, like they are. They weren't trying to help him, man. All right, watch this. And when he came to himself, he said, how many hired servants of my father have bread enough to spare, and I perish with hunger? He started considering. See this devil? See? This devil started to consider who? His father. Man, I wonder how much bread father got. I bet he got some food in the refrigerator because I'm about to die here. I bet he got some food. Watch this. I will arise and go to my father and say he starting to premeditate what he gonna say to him. Right? Before he even get there. He thinking in his mind, I will arise and go to my father and will say unto him, Father, I have sinned. Because he know what his father want to hear. That's what our father want to hear for us. Right? He want to hear that we have sinned, just like the man that was the Pharisee that went in there, right, and start talking about how he fasts, this many times a week, and how he done gave unto the poor, and how he did this and how he did that. And the other man, he wouldn't even lift up his head. He said, I'm not even worthy to just even be talking to you right now, basically. Which one of these men went down justified, Christ was saying? Which one? Right? Because guess what? That's what the Father want to hear from us. But a lot of y'all got a problem with confessing that y'all did wrong. Y'all so high up minded. Y'all do so. Everything you do is so righteous. Everything you do, you're so right. Right? Can't tell you nothing. Okay? You know it all. And am no more worthy to be called thy son. Make me as one of thy hired servants. And he rose and came to his father, but when he was yet a great way off, he ran and fell on his neck. His father saw him and had compassion and ran and fell on his neck and kissed him. And the son said unto his father, Father, I have sinned against heaven and in thy sight, and am no more worthy to be called thy son. See that? The scripture say a man will kiss a man's hand till he have received, man. All right, a lot of these brothers, man, they want something. It always gotta be something, man. And once they get what they got, then get what? They gone, man. You don't see them no more. Right? The same way that Satan considered when God said you ain't consider him. Satan like, I'm considering you, but God like, I ain't getting you not Satan. You might want to consider him. You hear me? You might want to consider him, because you ain't getting nothing from me. Right? Let's get Matthew chapter 22 and verse 11. Matthew 22 and verse 11. It reads, And when the king came in to see the guests, he saw that a man which had not on a wedding garment. See that? You ain't consider buying yourself some fringes. I invited you. You can at least dress for the occasion. Where's your fringes at? See, let's get Job 1 and 6. Now there was a day when the sons of God came to present themselves before the Lord, and Satan came also among them. See, that was Satan. That was Satan that wasn't dressed for the wedding. All right, this is the marriage. This is where the sons of God came to present themselves, and he came and showed up without a garment. All right, you see that? That's Satan. All right, he didn't do what God told him to do, man. All right, why you would come up in here like this, man? You see that? You ain't considered going down there to my servant Job, somebody like Job, huh? And who have a textile mill, and consider buying a wedding garment before you stepped up in there? But watch what the Lord say. And he said unto him, Friend, how camest thou in here, not having a wedding garment? And he was speechless. Then said the king to the servants, Bind him hand and foot, take him away, and cast him in the outer darkness. Just like Jonah. Jonah was cast in the outer darkness, man, because he didn't want to do what God said, man. This is Jonah chapter 1, verse 1. Let's start there. Now the word of the Lord came unto Jonah, the son of Amittai, saying, Arise, go to Nineveh, that great city, and cry against it, for their wickedness is come up before me. But Jonah rose up to flee unto Tarshish from the presence of the Lord, and went down to Joppa. And he found a ship going to Tarshish. So he paid the fare thereof, and went down into it, to go with them unto Tarshish from the presence of the Lord. But the Lord didn't tell him to go to Tarshish. All right? The Lord said, go to Nineveh and prophesy against it. But look at Jonah. Look at the distance from Tarshish, from Joppa, and look at Nineveh from Joppa. Which one would be easier? To travel to Nineveh or go to Tarshish? Tarshish is 2,500 miles away. Nineveh is 555 miles. It's right up the street. But he said, you know what? I'm going to take the hard route. Okay? He said he's going to take the hard route. So the Lord is gonna toss him into the deep, but he got a well prepared for him already. All right? And it's going to swallow him. You think it's light inside of a well? No. Let me say this for y'all, some of y'all that's just being very picky. All right? The great fish, how about that? All right, how about a great fish? You think it's a light inside of this great fish? No, it's darkness. This is outer darkness, man. He was in there for 3 days and 3 nights in the belly of the beast, man. This represents affliction, tribulation. And all this came upon Jonah because he didn't want to do what the Lord commanded him to do. Just like this man was commanded to have on a wedding's garment, Satan was. But he thought that he could just do what he wanted to do. Come as you are doctrine. That's what he thought. God said, go to Nineveh. Prophesy. He like, nah, it's dangerous. It's too dangerous over there. I ain't going there. But you know, it's lovely in Tarshish. They got boats and it's right near the island. Look at it. It's right by the coast where the water is at. It's a beautiful place. Nineveh up here in the mountains. You know what I'm saying? All around there. It's a great city, but it's like going to Chicago. He like, nah, I ain't finna do that. Even though it's closer, he rather to take the hard route. All right. Proverbs 10 and 22. It reads, the blessing of the Lord, it make it rich, and he added no sorrow with it. See that? See, let you know, man, that the blessings, when you get them from the Lord, you don't add no sorrow to them, man. All right. We hear in Job saying he's sin, but by what? Going into company with evil men, man. The people he associated himself with. His friends made him feel like he did something wrong, man. Even though the Lord said he was perfect and upright. All right. His only downfall was the people, the company he kept, man. All right. When we know the Lord said, depart from me, all you workers of iniquity. But guess what? Job, he dealt with these people and associated his people to build his empire, to become rich, to get all these things. But you don't have to do that in order to become the greatest man in the East. All right. All you have to do is wait on the Lord, man. And that's what Job did. And the Lord showing him, look, I give you twice as much as the Satan would have gave. See, Satan came, boom, took everything. He went and slide, took everything away. Right? But he say he love you. Satan love you though, huh? Yeah. Okay. Okay. All right, let's get Job 1, and this is the book of Job, chapter 1 and verse 15. And the Sabians fell upon them and took them away. Yeah, they have slain the servants with the edge of the sword, and I only am escaped alone to tell thee. While he was yet speaking, there came also another and said, the fire of God is fallen from heaven and have burned up the sheep. Oh man. Oh man. Now we done estimated that was 2.8 million. Now it done burn them up. Right? It done burned the sheep. Watch this right here. It said, and the servants and consumed them, and I only am escaped alone to tell thee. So there we go. We just lost another 2.8 million investments of assets. All right. So at this point, he's sitting on about somewhere close to like 4.1 at this time in today's currency. I ain't talking about back then. All right. Let's see what happened next. 17. While he was yet speaking, there came another and said, the Chaldeans made out 3 bands and fell upon the camels. Right? So now the camels been taken out. My bad, Salaki. Earlier I got the oxes and the camels mixed up. The camels is what made up 51 million. And the oxes is what made up the 2.6 mil. All right. So either way it go, all 3 of these is out. All right. And the only thing left now is about around 1.5 million at this point. All right. It says, and have carried them away. Yeah. And slain the servants with the edge of the sword. And I only am escaped alone to tell thee. While he was yet speaking, there came another and said, thy sons and daughters were eating and drinking wine in their eldest brother's house. And behold, there came a great wind from the wilderness and smote the 4 corners of the house. And he fell upon the young men, and they are dead. And I only am escaped alone to tell thee. All right. So as you can see, Job, like a lot of people like to say Job can have nothing. That's not true. Job was still sitting on around about 1.5. He left him with a little something. All right. He left him with a little investment, man. A little something. He wasn't just completely broke. Think about that 1.5 million a day. All right. He still had bread. All right. He still had bread, man. All right. So that's something that you got to keep in mind. He wasn't just straight broke like that. The Lord left him with a little something, man. All right. He didn't let Satan just take it completely out. All right. But then the last thing was he took his family. He took his children, right? Okay. So, let's get back to Job chapter 1 And let's read that again, verse 7. And the Lord said unto Satan, whence comest thou? Then Satan answered the Lord and said, from going to and fro in the earth and from walking up and down it. And the Lord said unto Satan, hast thou considered my servant Job? All right, so now you can see why Satan considered Job, because this man had a lot of possessions. Because what did he target? His assets, man. So it's just proving that he was considering him for his substances, man. Just like a lot of devils, when they go out like the prodigal son, spin up all their substances, man, riotously, because they're not obeying the scripture like it said in Deuteronomy. Let's get that right quick. Let's go get the law. Cause I'm like, you can spend my money on whatever I want to spend my money on. Okay? No, you cannot. No, you cannot. We're gonna get Deuteronomy chapter. Hold on. I want to say 20. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 25 and verse 13. Thou shalt not have in thy bag different weights, a great and a small. See that? All right, in case y'all don't know what a bag is, all right, a bag is, like today we would call a wallet. All right, we would have a wallet. Of course, like today, back then they call it a bag. All right, and you don't supposed to have in your bag like different weights, great and small. You don't. All right. It says, "Thou shalt not have in thy house different measures, a great and a small, even in your house." All right. Meaning, if he don't want it to be great or small, what he want it to be? He wanted it to be what? Enough. Enough. Meaning what? He don't want you to walk around like so many people walk around with 100 grand in their pocket. You know, the Most High ain't with that, man. You know what I'm saying? Put that up. Put it in the bank. You know what I'm saying? Like, what you walking around with that type of cash in your pocket, man? You asking for somebody to rob you, man. And then you don't supposed to have a small. Meaning he said keep enough cash on you. Have enough on you, man, so you can be able to go out and do your daily activity. Don't even trust in just putting all your money on a debit card, man, but have enough cash just to be able to get some gas. What if you go to a gas station in the middle of nowhere? They don't got a debit. They don't got a machine or terminal or anything so you can use your card. They just accept cash. You too. You too. So at least have enough. Okay? Now, dealing with the house. He said, thou shalt not have in thy house different measures, a great and small. Cause the thing's this, y'all go out here and get these things at rental center and places like this that charges outrageous interest rate, and you wonder and try to figure out how you're gonna pay it back. The TV costs $5,000, right? And you gotta pay, let's just say, $600 a month. But your check ain't but $300 a month. I'm just giving an example. I hope it's more than that. But I'm just saying, you don't make about $300 a month. Your payments is $600. You see that? You're living outside your means. All right? You got great and small. Your wallet is small, but what you bought, your purchase is very valuable. It's very great. How can you afford that? See, that's unbalanced. 15, watch this. But thou shalt have a perfect and just weight. See, buy things you can afford. That's what it's talking about. He's trying to teach you how to budget, man. This the reason why. Watch this. It says, a perfect and just measure shalt thou have. That's a commandment. That thy days may be lengthened in the land which the Lord thy God giveth thee. See, notice what it said. It said lengthened. Your days will be lengthened in the land, because when you first rent a house, when you renting, or whatever, they give you what? A rentals agreement. You sign a 6-month or you can sign a 12-month. All right. Depending on if you're not able to pay the rent, then guess what? They get cut short. Even though you got a 12-month agreement, if you don't pay your rent, they got a clause in there. If you don't pay your rent, they gonna kick you out. They gonna give you a 30-day notice, 15-day notice, and you got to kick rocks. You know what I'm saying? If you living outside your means, and that's what it means by if you do this, that your days may be lengthened in the land, because what did the house come with? What do that property come with? Land. All right, your property come with land, so guess what? You have a longer stay. You might even be able to what? Get another what? Rental agreement. So a lot of you brothers getting evicted don't know why y'all getting evicted. Because first of all, you ain't learned the laws, and second of all, you ain't letting nobody teach you. You out here trying to teach yourself. All right, and you going out. I'm hearing brothers out here. In this truth, most men is true. Out here being evicted and going from house to house, man. Can't keep a mortgage, man. All right, it's because a lot of y'all are living outside y'all means because you covenant trying to live like somebody else, man. You trying to live like the heathens. And he said, listen, don't try to keep up with the Joneses, man. Y'all living outside y'all means just so you can say, I got this too. Yes, that covenant spirit, your heart is wicked within you. That's why the scriptures say, do you think that the scripture said in vain in the book of James, that the spirit within the lust the envy? You had Pharisees that was envying and covetous towards Christ. And he said, you are the people that justify yourselves before men, man. But God knoweth your what? Heart. Because he knew that Cupid done shot at that heart, man, which is also, we know, is Satan now. All right? So he said, stop living outside y'all means. Start budgeting y'all expenses, y'all. All right? Let's start doing that, man. Let's just start saying, stop trying to live like let's stop. Don't covet your neighbor. Because you look at your neighbor and say, my neighbor got this, so I got to have this. Be satisfied and content with what you have, man. All right? Let's get Proverbs. Let's get Proverbs chapter what I want. 16:11. 16:11. Like the King James. Let's get Proverbs 16:11. Let's go there. All right. Proverbs 16:11. All right. Proverbs 16:11. It reads, a just weight and balance are the Lord's. All the weights of the bag are his works. We even say this today. Got to get that bag. Everybody trying to get to that bag. Got to secure that bag. We even say these things today. You know what I'm saying? So in case some of y'all don't know what the bag is, it's talking about, where you keep your money at. All right, I'm going to show you. Let's get 1 Samuel chapter 17 and verse 40. 1 Samuel chapter 17 and verse 40. I'm going to show you somebody else who had a bag. All right. 17 and verse 40, man. It reads, and he took his staff in his hand and chose 5 smooth stones. You're going to know who this is when I get done reading. Out of the brook and put them in a shepherd's bag, which he had, even in a script. And his sling was in his hand, and he drew near to the Philistine. Anybody know what it is? All right, let's drop down to 49. And David put his hand in his bag. This King David, y'all. And took there a stone and slung it and smote the Philistine in his forehead, that the stone sunk into his forehead, and he fell upon the face of the earth. See that? And he fell upon the face of the earth, man. All right, so he reached into his bag. All right, it was a saying that back in I want to say it was 1994, they did a commercial. Capital One came out with this saying. They say, what's in your wallet? Okay? That's what it said. Well, what's in your wallet? God put that there. So if you got $2 in your wallet, God put that there. If you got $100 in your wallet, God put that there. Whatever's in your wallet, God did that. He felt like that's what you was worth. So if you broke, he felt like you deserved to be poor. If you rich, he felt like you deserved to be rich. Now, if you got just enough, it's balanced. And guess what? He said that you deserved that. All right, that was fair. All right, this is Proverbs 16 and verse 11. It reads, a just weight and balance are the Lord's. Watch this. This is the key part. All the weights, see, weights, that's the key. Because every dollar, all right, got a measurement. Like what? We know what? That a dollar is less than $5. And $5 is more than $1. We know that $5 is less than $10. And $10 is less than $20. But $20 is more than $10. And $50 is more. See that? More, less. 20 is less. 50 is more. Y'all see the measuring of the weights? I'm trying to explain this the best I can so y'all can actually see what I'm trying to say. All right. But this the thing. All the weights, meaning what? Whatever you got in there, 20, 40, whatever money you got in your wallet. It says right here, of the bag are his words. Meaning he the one that put that money there, man. Alright, I'm gonna show you. We're gonna get 1 Samuel chapter 2. We're gonna go back to the basics. Let's go back to the meat. Alright, we're gonna get 1 Samuel. 1 Samuel chapter. Alright. This is 1 Samuel chapter 2 and verse 7. The Lord make it poor and make it rich. See? It's the Lord that make poor and it's him that made rich. So we got to understand that too. So y'all see the prodigal son was made poor. Alright, God did that. You feel what I'm saying? He did it. And then when he became poor and started being want, what did he do? He started to consider who? Alright? Who had it? You start to consider who got it. Alright, that's what Satan do, man. Because you know you don't got it. So you start considering who got it. Alright? So that's one thing that the wicked do. So but they had a commercial with Samuel L. Jackson and they say, what's in your wallet? They used the black man to do it. To make this commercial. Let's get Proverbs 21 and 5. Proverbs 21 and 5. It was basically, I bet you it was a hidden agenda behind that, man. It always is. You know what I'm saying? To use Samuel Jackson now for that part. Made him the poster child, the face of what's in your wallet. You know what I'm saying? A credit card too. When we know our people got the worst credit in the world. But then y'all put a black man on this. You know, come on, man. That made me wonder about Capital One, man. Somebody look into that, man. Y'all find anything on that, man, please drop it in the comments. Drop it in the comments. All right, this is Proverbs chapter 21 and verse 5. It reads, the thoughts of the diligent tend only to plenteousness. Right? More, meaning plenty. You got enough. But of everyone that is hasty, only to want. Because some of y'all want to be rich overnight. Y'all want it right now. Let's get Job 14 and 17. Job 14 and 17, man. Job 14 and verse 17. It reads, my transgression is sealed up in a bag. See that? Job was saying his transgression was sealed up in a bag. What he meant by that? He said, look, you can tell by how low my money is, man. He left him with 1.5 mil. He done basically stripped him over 97% of his wealth gone. And he only left with 1.5. He said, my transgression is sealed up in a bag. And thou sowest up my iniquity. He closes it. The bag closed, man. Right? See that? Let's get Jeremiah chapter 5, verse 25. Let me show you. Jeremiah chapter 5, verse 25, man. You gotta wonder if this like why you sick? Why you sick your dog, your hound on me? Why you sick Satan on me like that? Alright. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 5, verse 25. Your iniquities have turned away these things, and your sins have withholding good things from you. See that? He's saying your sins have withheld good things from you, man. Alright? So he's sealed up in a bag. Alright? They was in a bag, man. You can, when you looking at, like, look, somebody I had a dude, right? He had to borrow some money, right? And he was with to prove it. I didn't ask him to prove it today. He like, man, I'm broke, man. I'm straight broke. He pulled his pockets out, right? Made the rabbit ears, man. It wasn't nothing in. He made the rabbit ears. Then he took a little wallet out of the back, right? Opened it, right? It wasn't nothing, but in that was like $1 in there, some change. But that was his iniquity, man. Sealed up in a bag, which was that wallet. All right, he had $1 in it because of his sins. He went out and splurged his money away, lived outside his means. That's what he had left, right? For when he got done with all the sinning, man. All right, because brothers want to live outside their means and covet also the other nations. Some of these brothers out here broke right now because they was out here buying Christmas gifts, man. And the Lord told them not to be doing that. All right, now they out here suffering, man. All right, they out here suffering. Let's get Isaiah 46 and 6. Isaiah 46 and 6, man. All right. Satan done hit the wallets, man. Satan hit your wallets. What's in your wallet? What Satan get done? What's in there? Lint? That's what's in the lint, man. Lint be in those pockets, man. Alright? Alright? And I'm finna get one of my favorite verses in a second. Right? Lint being in those pockets. Let's get Isaiah chapter 46 and verse 6. It reads, they lavish gold out of the bag. Matter of fact, yeah. And weigh silver in the balance. See? And they weigh silver in the balance. Right? Like you got a dime, it's made out of silver. We know that's 10 pennies. All right? A quarter, we know that's 25 pennies. That's 25 cents. You got a 50-cent piece too. You got a nickel, that's 5 cents. So they weighed in the balance. Watch this. And hire a goldsmith, and he make it to the guy. He put George Washington face on the quarter. All right? That's how they make it a god. They put that print on it. That inscription on it. Remember Christ said, "What Caesar, give back to Caesar." All right, his who face on it. He was actually. All right, the other nations, man, they the one that's in control of the money and what's on the money. All right, they was trying years ago. They were trying to put Harriet Tubman on the 20. And had that happened yet? All right, that showed you that you in captivity, man. All right, you don't run that. They fall down, yeah, they worship. Who worship? All right, the evildoers, man. In God we trust. They put it on the back. All right, y'all worshiping this money when it, you know what I'm saying? God told you to worship him, man. You should be focused on trying to do the commandments, but y'all so focused on getting money and getting to the bag, man. Y'all even to the point now y'all comparing God with money, man. Money over whole. That's what the people say. Money over God over money over God. Y'all say, what's your priority for this new year, which is not a new year? But they'll say, get money. Second, get closer to God. Y'all comparing God with money. Like, come on. That's why he said, let's jump up to 5. To whom will ye liken me and make me equal? See? And compare me, that we may be alike. Y'all gonna put on the back of the money in God we trust. Come on, y'all gonna make him compare him to money, man. See that? Who can save lives? Money can save lives, but not like God can save lives. God create lives, man. You see what I'm saying? All right, we can't be doing that. That's wicked in itself, man. You find yourself broke for that. Let's get John chapter 13 and verse 29. You find yourself broke for that, man. And it's well deserved. All right, we're going to get John chapter 13 and verse 29. It reads, for some of them thought because Judas had the bag. See we trusted with that bag, man. Some of y'all Judas with that bag, man. Y'all better be careful with y'all and, over y'all money and hold y'all money, man. Because a lot of these places y'all investing in, man, gonna betray y'all, man. It's gonna betray y'all, man. Be careful who you putting your money, who you lending your money to, man. That's all I'm saying, man. Watch this. For some of them thought because Judas had the bag that Yeshua Hamashiach had said unto him, buy those things that we have need of against the feast, or that he should give something to the poor. He then, having received the sop, went immediately out, and it was night. All right, he was just signifying and signaling to them that this who's gonna betray me, man. All right, the one who got the bag. All right, telling you. A lot of y'all who got the bag are the ones out here, man. Y'all sitting out here betraying the Lord. And he trying to tell y'all to repent. And y'all don't repent, man. Because you worshiping the money and falling down to worship the money rather than worshiping your God. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 12, verse 29. And seek not ye. It says, hold on, I'm in the wrong. Right, 12, 29. Yeah. And seek not ye what ye shall eat or what ye shall drink, neither be ye of a doubtful mind. For all these things do the nations of the world seek after, and your Father knoweth that ye have need of these things. But rather seek ye the kingdom of God, and all these things shall be added unto you. All right. It says, sell that ye have and give alms. Provide yourself bags, see, which wax not old, A treasure in the heavens that faileth not, where no thief approacheth, neither moth corrupted. For where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. All right? So you got to remember that. He said, sell that ye have and give alms, provide yourself bags which wax not old. Remember that. All right, I'm going to let y'all break that one down. Okay? Can't break them all down for y'all. All right? Y'all gonna have to learn to break some down for yourself now. All right? Let's get Matthew 24 and verse 43. Matthew 24 and verse 43. It reads, but know this, that if the good man of the house had known in what watch the thief would come, he would have watched and would not have suffered his house to be broken up. See, Job wasn't watching, man. Because you know why? I'm going to tell you why Job wasn't watching and Satan was able to watch. You know why? Because Job was at ease, man. He was chilling. He was chilling. He was at ease, man. He wasn't watching. So you gotta understand, Job was in this thing. He was the instructor of babes. He didn't have like other people like around him that was in his truth. He had a lot of evildoers. He was dealing with like Paul was. He was dealing with a lot of Gentiles, man. And he was instructing them. He didn't have nobody to watch for him. You know what I'm saying? Inside what we call informants. You know what I'm saying? They go in and watch for him, man. All right. So Job was at ease. He was just basically chilling. He had nobody really come back to him and say, listen, man, what's the name of plotting over you, man? The Chaldeans, the Sabians, man, they plotting to come hit you up, man, to take all your camels and oxen. He didn't have nobody on the inside like that, like Joshua did. And with Rahab the harlot, man, he didn't have all that. He had it. So he wasn't watching. He got at ease, man. Job chapter 16 and verse 12. We're going to get Job chapter 16 and verse 12. It reads, I was at ease, but he had broken me asunder. He had also taken me by my neck and shaken me to pieces and set me up for his target. His archers compassed me round about. He cleaveth my reins asunder and doeth not spare. He poured out my gall upon the ground. He breaketh me with the breach upon breach. He runneth upon me like a giant. So what Job was saying, man, he said, I was at ease, man. It got real. It got really real. He was out here chilling. He wasn't watching. Then the doggone thief came, Satan. He came, the robber, right? And made out with 3 bands. That's what they did. Stole. He used these other nations as the wicked, as the arrows, man. Satan entered into them. Right? Had him to go and do this. Evildoers, man, to go and do this unto Job. They were surrounding him about. Job was like a target. He was surrounded by all his enemies, man. And they released havoc on Job. You left him with just a third, man, of what he had. Just a third. Just a little bit, man. Be able to eat and feed himself, man. Lord won't just leave you like, he won't let him just do that to you, to take all you got. He won't do that. He'll let you leave with a couple crumbs, man. All right. So let's get where we want to go. Let's get Sirach 40 and 25. 40 and 25. Sirach 40 and 25. It reads, it reads, gold and silver make the foot stand sure, but counsel is esteemed above them both. See that? So the wicked understand. This one thing the wicked do know, that the gold and silver do make the foot stand. It's hard to fall when you got some money, but soon as you don't got that money no more, guess what? One thing Satan knew, that you take everything you got, and he'll curse you to your face. Meaning what? He'll sin. So that's one thing the wicked, he know that the wicked would do. Was sin, but Job wasn't that tight. He took everything he had, and guess what? He still wouldn't curse God to his face. Not all brothers the same, man. You know what I'm saying? A lot of you brothers don't understand that, man. All right? You wolves, man. You looking at brothers like they pray. But we see y'all. We see y'all. And may the Lord rebuke it, man. We pray for y'all, man. that y'all come out of that mindset, man, and purify your hearts, man. All right? Purify your heart, your mind, man, and your soul, man, with the washing of the water by the word. All right? It's time for y'all to start living a beggar's life, man. It's time for you to start learning how to be independent, and trusting on your God. Right? Let's get what I want. Let's get 1 Corinthians 10 and 31. That's what I want. 1 Corinthians chapter 10 and verse 31. All right. It reads, whether therefore ye eat or drink or whatsoever ye do, do all to the glory of God, man. All right. So I want y'all to remember that, man. Whatever you do, man, make sure that you're doing it for the glory of God. All right. Let's get Wisdom of Solomon chapter 5 and verse 12. Wisdom of Solomon chapter 5 and verse 12. Or like as when an arrow is shot at a mark, it parteth the air, which immediately cometh together again, so that a man cannot know where it went through. See that? Because it leaves no trace. All right? That's why I said the air comes back together again. Once the arrow go through, yes, it pierces the air. Pierces through, but the wind come back. It leaves no trace. All right? Precept. Let's get Proverbs 10 and 25. As the whirlwind passes, it destroys everything in its path. So is the wicked no more. See? After it does its damage, guess what? The sun come back up. You know what I'm saying? Everybody start back building. A few weeks or a month from now, everybody forget all about that storm, man. That it ever even happened. That's how the wicked is, man. The same way that arrow is that Solomon is talking about in Wisdom of Solomon, also in Proverbs chapter 10 and verse 25, man. All right? But the righteous is an everlasting foundation, meaning everlasting means forever. Always gonna stand sure, man. The wicked, they here for a while, and then they gone. All right? We forget all about them. All right? That's why Job didn't know he was confused. All right? They didn't know he didn't know what was going on, man. When them arrows come in. That's why you have to slow down, be patient, meditate on your instructions day and night, and wait on the Lord for an answer, man. All right, and the Lord, guess what? He'll deliver you from no evils, man. All right, because I'm telling them, arrows ain't no joke. Let's go get the book of Haggai right quick. It wouldn't be right if I don't bring this scripture out before we get out of here. The book of Haggai right quick. Here it goes. Put this nail in the coffin. Until next time, I'm going to put this nail in the coffin right here. All right. This is the book of Haggai, chapter 1 and verse 9. Ye looked for much, and lo, it came too little. And when ye brought it home, I did blow upon it. Why? Said the Lord of hosts. Because of my house that is waste, and ye run every man into his own house. Verse 6. Ye have sown much, and bring in little. Ye eat, but ye have not enough. Ye drink, but ye are not filled with drink. Ye clothe you, but there is none warm. And he that earneth wages to put it into a bag with holes. So that bag with holes in it, that's you being without. You losing it all. Everything you work for, you gain. You losing it all. All right. That's why let's get Luke 13 and let's start at 24. We're gonna get Luke chapter 13 verse 24. It reads, strive to enter in at the straight gate, for many, I say unto you, will seek to enter in and shall not be able. When once the master of the house is risen up and have shut to the door, and ye begin to stand without, and to knock at the door, saying, Lord, Lord, open unto us. And he shall answer and say unto you, I know ye not from whence ye are. See, they're gonna be considering then that master of the house. All right, they're gonna be considering him then when they don't got nothing. All right. Then shall ye begin to say, we have eaten and drunk in thy presence, and thou hast taught in our streets. But he shall say, I tell you, I know you not whence ye are. Depart from me, all ye workers of iniquity. There shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth. All right. So that's what I'm saying. You're gonna be starving out, man. All right. So you gotta seek the Lord while he is near. All right. Let's get Proverbs 8 and verse 21. That I may cause those that love me to inherit substance. Because if you love the Lord, he gonna cause you to inherit substance like Job. All right, that's who caused them to inherit substance, man. All right, God. At the end of the day, it's still God. All right, and I will fill their treasures, and he will fill their treasures, man. All right, let's get Matthew 25. Right quick. Matthew chapter 25 and verse let's start at 1. Then shall the kingdom of heaven be likened unto 10 virgins which took their lamps and went forth to meet the bridegroom. And 5 of them were wise and 5 were foolish. They that were foolish took their lamps and took no oil with them. But the wise took oil in their vessels with their lamps. While the bridegrooms tarried, they all slumbered and slept. And at night there was a cry made, Behold, the bridegroom cometh. Go ye out to meet him. Then all those virgins arose and trimmed their lamps. And the foolish said unto the wise, Give us of your oil, for our lamps are gone out. See? So now they considering the wise. The foolish is. All right? Because they didn't have enough oil, man. All right? They was without oil. So now they considering the righteous, man, which are the wise. All right, so now they considering them. Watch what they say. Watch what they say. Verse 9. But the wise answer, saying, Not so, lest there be not enough for us and you. But go ye rather to them that sell, and buy for yourselves. And while they went to buy, the bridegroom came, and they that were ready went in with him to the marriage, and the door was shut. Let's get Genesis chapter 43 and verse 1. And the famine was sore in the land. And it came to pass, when they had eaten up the corn which they had brought out of Egypt, their father said unto them, Go again, buy us a little food. Did he say go and buy us a lot of food? Did he say go spend outside your means? Did he say go ball out? No, he said buy us a little food. All right, because it comes a time where you don't have the things that you need, where you can't splurge like that. All right, you're going to have to learn how to budget, man. All right, just like Israel did here. All right, so let's get Genesis 45 and we're going to get 11. I'm going to show you how Israel and his household had to consider their brother Joseph after he had revealed his identity unto them. Watch what Joseph said unto his father. This is Genesis chapter 45 and verse 11. And there will I nourish thee, for yet there are 5 years of famine, lest thou and thy household and all that thou hast come to poverty. See that? See that? You gotta consider the anointing, man. So I just want y'all to keep that in your mind. Until next time, Israel. Shalom.